Bam. Wow. Right on time. Loving it. Got 2 people in here waiting already. Lazy Genius Tarot and Bizarre. Ooh. Hopefully I said that right. Love the comment. Ready to make it weird as fuck. That's what I'm talking about. So I just also want to state right away that I don't have my regular, like my web purchase. Oh, hello. I just muted myself. I don't have my webcam that I purchased to give you guys better quality. So that's sitting over at my aunt and uncle's place. So please observe the really shitty, blurry built-in MacBook Pro live stream footage for now. Hey, to the 2 people that are in here as we're getting started, could you just verify that you can hear me well? That would help give me some reassurance that all the other bastards that are going to be joining can hear me correctly. So if someone could reciprocate that in the comments. Okay. Gina's here. She left a couple questions on my Instagram page. Loud and clear. Ooh, I'm liking that. Cool. I don't want to get started too quickly and have everyone miss out on the fun. The schoolie, go follow Denise. I've got Jim Beam and Diet Ginger Ale rocking right now. So this is day 39. I'm going to talk about this a little later, but day 39 of me working out and not eating like an asshole. And part of that is doing away with beer, because obviously that's super high calorie, and I am a regular beer drinker. I'd probably drink 3 or 4 beers in a night. That's kind of like a regular shtick of mine. I just like drinking beer, like sitting next to a fire. This is all shit that I really like to do. Plan on doing more of that in the future. But since I'm really cutting weight right now and getting in shape, I've switched to hard liquor. Switch to weed. So what's funny is, I've talked a lot about weed and made that kind of a central topic even over on Bus Life Possible. And I've actually only smoked weed once in the last 2.5 months. Part of it is just because, well, I mean, I've got several connects, so that's not actually a thing. I just haven't been smoking. I think it's best when you're going through major life switches to mostly keep a sober head, so you don't run into those downhill spirals, and so weed's kind of been off to the side for me right now. But I'm sure many of you have seen the living on a marijuana farm video that we posted on Bus Life Possible. So yeah, weed is a thing that I like to participate in. If you guys who are joining right now, Chasing Pavement, entering the room. Congratulations on your bus sale today. I'm really looking forward to seeing what camper you guys get ahead. Graham entering the zone too. Gosh, heavy hitters dropping in right now. I'm really liking it. But if you guys have questions you'd like me to add to this live stream, I'm kind of planning on going an hour up front. And let me just say, this is actually really fucking awkward for me. One, I don't do live streams a lot. I'd like to start doing them regularly going forward. But obviously, this is the first time I've done a live stream by myself. So it's carrying the torch a little bit differently. But it makes me oh so excited for, you guys just don't know what the fuck could possibly come out of my mouth. So, just buckle up. Let's see here. So I don't know. So today, I guess I can talk about my day. Is I shot a new vlog for you guys. Went on another hike with my sister, but we added her best friend Mallory to this vlogisode. And Mallory's a fucking character. You guys are gonna love her. But we probably went to one of the most beautiful hikes I've ever done in Missouri. I've actually been there before, but we didn't do a section of the trail that we did today. It's called Hickory Canyon's Natural Area. and it actually has like two natural waterfalls that are really beautiful. The water wasn't flowing like super heavy, but it produced some really great footage, and I'm excited to share that with you guys ahead. I'm working on a hiking vlog for you guys next. I may even I'll probably release it on Saturday, so that's probably going to be my next vlog release. I'm still trying to keep to like a weekly basis, but I'm also trying to push it up. So I'm working on a couple different series, trying to make content a little bit faster delivered to you guys as I'm trying to figure out in gel with this new lifestyle that I have going on. But that's what I fucking did today. Let's see here. So let's start with some Chasing Pavement questions. They asked, are you going to caravan with Chasing Pavement when they get their shit together? And am I interested in traveling to Canada or Mexico, basically traveling internationally ahead, or Alaska? And honestly, you know, everything's on the table right now. My mom's working out on an exercise bike over to the left right now. It's definitely not distracting. And so I'd love to go to Mexico, one. So I know my mother loves hearing that right now. Yeah, I'd really like to go south of the border. I think that'd be a great experience. I don't know a lick of fucking Spanish though, so that would be a challenge, but you know, it's all part of, I guess, getting new experiences going. And Alaska would be really cool as well. You know, so that's a summer adventure, obviously. So I don't know if that's going to happen with just how quickly things are materializing right now. It is a little weird to be doing a live stream in a room with my mother right now, 100%. But my mother is pretty comfortable with how weird I am, which I'm really grateful for. So she's been super supportive in not only our bus life journey, but also just me really exploring a really alternative lifestyle. So I'm really grateful for her support. I love you, Mom.
Thank you. I love you.
She says thank you, and she loves me too. So that's really nice. I'm trying to back up. I have a really hard time reading at the same time. Missouri's really pretty. Love Missouri. And it's weird because, you know, previous to bus life, you know, like I fell in love with nature and the outdoors through exploring around the St. Louis metropolitan area, really within like a 2.5 hour bubble around St. Louis. There's the Ozarks. There's the Little Grand Canyon over in Illinois, which is like one of the most beautiful hikes you can do in Illinois. You can go north to Alton. I just did a hike in Alton that's going to be an upcoming vlog. So I am really grateful to like be back in town and like take advantage of being able to show you guys a lot of like what I love about Missouri. So it's been pretty fucking cool too. So the people that purchased our bus, they are on Instagram. They don't do vlogging, but it's Fosco Busco. I think I got the pronunciation right. So that's FUSCOBUSCO. They are on Instagram. I actually just dropped them a DM. I said hi. I make myself pretty readily available to them if they have any questions, just because obviously I built out the bus, so it's kind of helpful to them too. And let's see here. Sorry, I'm really terrible at like catching up with reading at the same time as fucking talking right now. It's definitely an area I would visit. Yeah, Missouri is cold. You know, the Midwest is cold in the winter, so it makes it pretty hard. Chasing Pavement, thanks for putting down Fosco Busco for me. So Anna dropping into the room. It's great to see Anna here. And I actually was just up in Alton, Illinois, and that's where the Great River Scenic Byway is. It's one of the most beautiful drives in the fall. It's like one of the highest rated drives you can take in the fall. And there's a lot of wintering eagles, a lot of migratory birds in that area. And I did just make it up there, and Katie and I did a hike. So I'm going to roll in a lot of previous nature footage and eagle footage that I've shot in previous years. I want to get to a couple questions that were dropped in ahead of time. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, I've got two accounts. I've got a personal account, which is Hippopotamus Cole, and I've got Discovering Hieronymus. Those are both linked in the description of this video. And real quick, as I remember it, I want to give a special shout out to Lily Hannah Art. Lily she's the creator behind my new logo. You guys can see that up in the corner. I'm like super psyched about it. One, she's been following, our Bus Life Possible journey for a long time. And she's obviously supporting my new channel too. But she's a designer and an artist, and I had this idea for my logo, and I basically said I'm looking to have an imperfect pine tree with exposed roots, and I want it done as like an art piece, as watercolor, and she specializes in watercolor. At least I think she does. I mean, it's really great. If you guys can check out the description, I've linked her Instagram and her YouTube page. And she does these like really cool overhead recordings of her journals that she does. Definitely worth checking out. But I wanted to give her a special shout out because she worked really hard on that logo, and I'm like really digging it. So yeah, thanks. So a bus called home left a couple messages for me. And one of them is how to buy a camper trailer. And I don't want to bore you guys to death. I've now looked at 2 different campers in person. I actually looked at one today after our hike. And I just haven't pulled the trigger yet. There's been things that have been wrong with both. I'm kind of on a strict budget, but I've been able to find a lot of things within the price range I'm looking at. I kind of want to top out at spending $4,000 on a truck camper because I have to additionally add solar and do all that additional build out bullshit. But there's a couple big things that are different about truck campers than there are buses. So like you want to check for previous water damage and current water damage. Usually you'll have to reseal the roof, do new silicone, roof sealant, flex steel, that type of bullshit. And then the appliances are really important. Is the AC working? Is the furnace working? Is the oven working? All the propane. That's all really important to double check because that can be kind of expensive. And then surprisingly, the other thing that you really want to check out, pending on what your usage is with your camper, is the jacks. The jacks are fucking expensive. So if you're needing to get new jacks for a truck camper, like they can be $1,500. Like that's not an outrageous price for brand new jacks for a camper. And the problem I've ran into is the 2 campers that I've looked at so far, they both need jacks. So instead of like being $3,000, now I'm pushing my price point up to $4,500, and I haven't been able to do anything else on the camper yet. So, I'm woefully unemployed. It is what it is. I'm trying to stay within a budget, so I'm trying not to push too quickly ahead. The other question that they asked, this is a bus called home. You can follow them on Instagram, is how to drastically change your life publicly with dignity. And that's just being humble as shit and being okay with everyone knowing your drama. And it's not necessarily really drama. It's just people knowing your shit. And I really respect the hell out of you guys. I mean, you've been possibly following me now for, 2 years since Bus Life Possible began. And, this is what I'm most passionate about. Like, I want to be able to engage, grow an online followership, produce the content I want to be creating. I don't really want to be tied down to corporate sponsors ahead. So like grassroots is like, that's kind of my shtick. I'm a progressive. Bernie Sanders grew his whole political campaign through grassroots efforts. And that's kind of how I see my YouTube channel is the people that want to see my content going forward. They can support me via Patreon. So if you guys are interested in becoming a patron, I left that information in the description. And I've got tier levels that start at $2 a month now. So it's not a heavy financial commitment. And anyone that's a patron of mine, I try to be as available as possible, regardless of perks. I'm just really appreciative of the support. So I think I've got 6 patrons right now, and all of you are fantastic fucking people. So Thanks for supporting my weird vision and helping me get the lifestyle going that I'd like to get ahead. So Graham asks why a truck camper versus a van or an RV. And I like the idea of having four-wheel drive underneath me, and putting a camper in a truck bed gives me that ability to get deeper into national forest area, which allow me to gain access to even more free camping. We probably did like 90% free camping while we were on the road in bus life. It's drink time. So I kind of like the idea of a truck camper. I can drop it too, and then I have a primary vehicle. So, if I do camp hosting or something like that in the future, I can just drop my home, and then I've got a vehicle that I can do whatever the fuck I want. Yeah, Terry, what's really weird of you bringing up fiberglass is the one that I looked at was in Amerigo, like AMERIGO, and it was all fiberglass. It's a 1970s model. It looks cool as shit if you guys want to check those out. But that's actually one I'm considering. There's definitely some things that need to be updated. You guys know I'm currently a smoker, but like this was a smoker's camper, so there would be a lot of like interior cleanup that I'd have to do as well. So I don't know if I'm really digging that. I do all of my smoking outside, so I'm not kind of feeling that currently. What's weird, Gina, is truck campers aren't actually that tiny. They're ginormous inside. There's the overhead bed hanging area. Like most of them have a full queen size bed in them. Full bathroom, like shower, toilet, black tank, gray tank. Like you'd actually kind of be surprised at how roomy they are. And within my next couple of vlogs, I will have a preview of one of them that I did some vlog documentary. So they're actually like incredibly spacious, like maybe less storage space than what the bus had, just because we don't have the underbed storage, but they are actually really spacious. Let's see here. Going to go back to questions. A bus called home also asked who farted. So I'm not exactly sure who did fart, but it wasn't me currently, though I do fart fairly often. The lily pad bus. Make sure to follow Gina over on Instagram at the lily pad bus. And she asked, what's the deal with B-roll from a videography standpoint? And B-roll is just the extra footage you accumulate in order to do like montages or cover areas that are kind of lacking some visual stuff. So if I'm just a talking head too much, then I can have B-roll come in and kind of make things a little bit more interesting. So I pick up a lot of B-roll. Like the first couple hiking vlogs I've done like montages at the beginning that are like a minute and a half. And that's technically all B-roll. Is I'm just constructing it into something where you can guys get a quick sense of what the hike's going to be like and that sort of shit. So that's B-roll. You guys should also follow Chasing Pavement. I'm sure you're familiar with Lox and Jesse. They're my people. So we did a lot of hanging over the summer, camp hosting. They've got a new journey ahead starting with their truck, not their truck camper, their fucking pull behind camper that they're going to have. And I do plan on doing more slow-mo stuff. I got some sweet slow-mo today. Like if you like slow-mo, stay tuned because there is going to be some good shit coming up. So I don't know exactly when I'm going to be hitting the road. Obviously that, is really dependent upon when I get the truck camper, what the condition of it is, how much work that needs to be done. I'm a little confused on where I'm going to be parking the truck camper while I'm working on it too. There's some things up in the air as far as how I'm going to go about doing that, but it's just life shit. It isn't a big deal. I don't know, Gina. What are you? How? LOL. Okay, I get it. And then let's see here. What else I got? So Chasing Pavement also asked how I plan on finding jobs ahead. So currently, because we ended up selling the bus, I have one. If you guys are in here and you haven't hit the like button, shame on you. And I'm going to shame all of you into hitting the like button right now. So thanks for helping me get some thumbs up here. But Chasing Pavement asked how I plan on finding jobs. And one site that I found super helpful while we were on the road, but we didn't take advantage of it, was called Coolworks. And Coolworks, it's really set up for people that are like solo traveling. There's definitely a couple jobs on there, but they're very short-lived. So like maybe 3 to 6 weeks is kind of like the standard job opportunity you're going to get on Coolworks. But there's like a lot of weird opportunities, whether it's like working at a brewery or working in like a mountain inn in Colorado. There's just a lot of random, like one of them is whitewater river rafting, like being an instructor, which I've never done, but that sounds cool as shit. It was actually one of my goals last year to do whitewater river rafting, and it didn't happen. So I thought that would be really sweet. Anna asks, how many sit-ups can I do? And I'm up to doing 150 a day right now. So this is, I actually haven't worked out today. I did do like a 2.5 mile hike. So I'll be doing my workout after this. This is day 39. I'm up to 150, and this will complete my first week of doing 150 every single day. And I started out at like 30 with breaks and whatnot. I'm still breaking with 150. Like I can't do 150 straight. But I've slowly worked up that number over 39 days. And, like 5 years ago, I lost like 75 pounds. I topped out at like 265. I plan on doing like these really cool videos ahead with like my body transformation that I have going on. But I wasn't working out. I wasn't working out before. I lost 75 pounds and I just did that by eating right. And so now I'm eating right. I'm working out. I'm hiking. I'm like extremely motivated. So like the bod is going to look real strong really quickly here. And I am working on a vlog behind the scenes for you guys of that journey, because you guys know I'm just like a standard fucking idiot who's rather out of shape, and I'm a smoker, but I feel like I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a workout coach, but I feel like I got a lot of things to share with you guys of value. So I'm excited for that vlog to come out ahead. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm not fucking kidding about getting in shape. That is happening. So the revenge bod is super real right now. Let's see here. Could really use some new question, guys. I'm going to switch over to my other account and see what came in. Graham asked me what beer I was drinking and what whiskey do I fortify it with. So I'm not drinking beer right now because I'm trying to cut calories and that sort of thing. So I am drinking only liquor these days, but I'm not really even drinking that much. So I had a little powwow with like 3 friends on Friday, and we had some drinking games with beer and stuff. But like the biggest thing with like my weight loss is it's all about moderation. Like seconds do not exist for me anymore. I just do like a base portion of whatever it is, whether it's like spinach pasta. We were going to do pork chops tonight, and it's like I'll have 1 pork chop and a salad. So moderation is like super key. And then I shot a vlog the other day where we ate donuts, for God's sake. It's just not eating 6 donuts. It's cutting up the donut into 4 sections and eating a little bit of each donut. That way you're not a fat slob. So it's just being smart. Like you don't really need a lot. I was also telling someone the other day, drink break. Social. So I was telling someone the other day that one of the biggest facts that I came into is it takes 21 days to form new habits. So like with weight loss, particularly, if you can really strive to be good for 3 weeks, your cravings are going to go down, your stomach's going to restrict, you're going to end up getting on a lot better path for yourself. And it should become a little bit easier after those first 21 days. And I've got a 120-day goal for this vlog that I'm doing. So right now I'm on day 39, feeling pretty great about that. Graham also says I'm buying a cargo van to drive across the country. Guide me or tell me I'm an idiot. So, it takes an idiot to be so bold to do something that fucking fantastic. So I applaud you, one. And I don't know, if it's not going to be a full-time thing, make it pretty basic, don't make it really difficult on yourself, like have a portage on, have a couple other basic necessities, get the bed set up, but it's like, just hit the road. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. So second drink's starting to hit me now, guys. He also asked, what is Clubhouse? I've been preaching the shit out of Clubhouse. I actually still have 3 invites to Clubhouse, but Clubhouse is an audio-based app, and it has different rooms set up, so different topics. My boy, Gary Vaynerchuk, he is a digital media entrepreneur, angel investor, a lot of different stuff he has going on. His background's in the wine business too. He grew his father's business from $3 million to $60 million during his 20s. He was like really involved with like internet sales, email, like execution on sales too back in the day. But he shouted it out, and I said the next thing that he shouted out, I'm going to take full advantage of. And you can jump in all these different rooms. Like I've jumped in ones that are talking about like single life, solo travel, sex, credit cards, Instagram marketing. You can jump in stuff with like just like hip hop and music. And it's just people in a real room. And you guys may not know, but I used to run a meetup group in St. Louis called St. Louis Film Everything. And I grew that to 1,400 members. So it's basically like Meetup, but on like online form. So it works for the pandemic. So if I wanted to create a group that was like on Film Everything, to help young filmmakers and filmmakers in general connect with each other, I could do that. I could also do ones for solo travel, for truck camper travel. You can kind of do whatever you think you've got a little bit of leaned knowledge into. So like film, video, YouTube, that sort of stuff, I've got a lot of expertise in. Yeah, getting to the 21 days can definitely be a problem. So I got really lucky. With in everything that I've been going through over the last 39 days. That's like given me a ton of motivation. It's like a level of motivation I've never felt before. Like I've been there before, but it's like a different level of motivation. So like I'm just like fucking like in tune with everything I should really be doing for myself right now, which I'm really grateful for. Because I think the other direction that a lot of people can go during breakups is like a complete self-destructive downward spiral, which is never a pretty situation to be in. I've had close loved ones around me experience that, so I'm really glad I'm not going in that direction. If you guys got comments, go ahead and drop them in. I'm kind of going through my list right now. I'm going to take like 60 seconds to like recuperate my voice, because like you can hear how fucking sexy and raspy it is right now. That's Junior. Junior is Caitlin's little Yorkie who's 14. You want to show him real quick?
Yeah.
All right. Here's Junior. So,
he's a little noisy.
He's 14. He barks when he's being a bitch. Oh, don't. You scratched my neck. Okay, bye. Thank you. Okay. Oh, nope. Yep, you're done. All right. Appreciate it, Junior. Thanks for being here. Okay. It's a nice little intermission. So the truck camper search is ongoing. I've looked at a couple of campers in person now. I looked at one today, actually. So I'm just looking. I'm trying to keep it within my price range. I'm not really in a hurry. Honestly, I don't really give a fuck if I have a travel rig either. Like if the proper job opportunity comes up and it sends me to Alaska and I'm in a marina in the middle of nowhere, like I don't really need a camper right now. But because I have the funds, I'd like to have like a home because I don't have a home right now. I'm at my mother's place. I'm 30. I'm at my mom's currently. My aunt and uncle have also been rooming me, but I made the decision to go hang out with friends on Friday. And so they asked me to stay a week away, which is completely understandable, given that we're in an ongoing pandemic. So I'm spending time with Katie this week and my mother. So that's kind of my life right now. It's pretty fucking great. I don't know if you guys knew, but my life is real good. I know I got a couple other questions on Facebook too. Let me see if I can get that pulled up. If you guys aren't following me on Facebook, my personal page is facebook.com/idofilm. That's kind of a fun fact about me. If you guys didn't know, I've got I Do Film tattooed on my chest. So that was a decision I made when I was 18. My girlfriend at the time was getting a tattoo. She was like, hey, you should get a tattoo. And then all of a sudden you have I Do Film tattooed on your chest. That's how that worked out. Where is that post? Let's see here. Trying to find it. So someone asked, what are some of the healthy things that I'm cooking? It makes me feel like a porno star, guys. I'm not going to lie, having I Do Film tattooed at my chest. It's a little weird, but I got to deal with it. I'm also very hairy, so that doesn't help the whole situation either. Bear Cave, thanks for watching, man. I really appreciate your comment. I really love hearing positive things. If you guys do me a favor, if you are watching my videos on a weekly basis, please leave a comment. I've got a lot of sick bastards out there that like to knock me down a level, and your comments really do keep me going and just being my truest, most authentic self. You know, I'm really passionate about just being who the fuck I am. And, you know, I really think, you know, everyone can chase their dreams and aspirations and make a living out of it if they're talented enough and they have enough passion for it. So that's kind of what I'm digging into right now, and I'm feeling really good about it. I've been eating a lot of veggies. So I don't care if you dip them in ranch and hummus and artichoke dip. It doesn't really matter. But like celery, carrots, radishes, you know, those are my snack foods that I do. I had cereal this morning. I just don't make it a huge bowl. You know, I try to get something in my system. On our hike, we had a whole cheese board. I ate like 9 different cheeses, crackers. I had a turkey sandwich, but I was also exercising, so it doesn't really, you know, doesn't fucking matter. For dinner, I'm going to have a salad here later. I still got to do my workout. I already mentioned that. I've had like spinach pasta lately. I had thin crust pizza the other day. Like, I'm not really cutting out all of the shit that I love. I'm just being really mindful of the moderation and how much I'm actually eating. You know, it wasn't weird for me to eat a pound of pasta in 2 days before. I like literally competitive eating has been a backup career of mine for several years. And no, it was not Emos, but Emos will be making an appearance in one of my upcoming vlogs. Emos is a square beyond compare. It is thin crust St. Louis style pizza. It's really known for the Provel, which is Provel. I think it's Provel, which is like a St. Louis type cheese. We also do toasted raviolis. My neck really hurts, so I typically do a lot of neck churning. I haven't really done a lot of film work lately. I did a short film in 2015 that did get accepted into the St. Louis International Film Festival. It was in the same category as Bryce Dallas Howard, which is Ron Howard's daughter. She had a film in the exact same category as me, and It was a relationship film. It was actually kind of like partly inspired by, my real life, also my best friend's real life, and then a lot of it was fictitious. So I'm thinking about re-editing a bit of it because it had some copyright music in it that I can't have on YouTube, and then putting that on my new channel here ahead for you guys to see what film work I've done previously. I also did cinematography for a full feature-length film. It's never seen the light of day, but that was a really large time investment of mine. I really hope that one day people are able to see that. It was a sci-fi time-traveling detective film. So I'd love to have a feature film for you guys to check out one day. So Gina asked a really good question here. I'm going to get a drink before I answer it. Is how do I deal with negativity? Being that you're putting yourself out there, it's got to be hard when shitty people show up. So like a big thing of mine, I've noticed that like a really huge strength of mine is I don't give a single fuck. Like I really don't give a shit. And some comments do get to me. I'm not going to say like I'm emotionless because that's stupid. Like I do have but ultimately like I understand that they're so detached from like what I'm trying to do with my life that I just don't give a shit. When we decided to do bus life and chase this like such alternative lifestyle, I just kind of I put all my chips in, and I was just like, you know what, if we're going to do this, I'm going to do it exactly how I want to. I'm going to be super authentic. I'm not going to change myself. Like this live stream should kind of seem like it's a regular vlog of mine to you guys. Like I really don't like pick and choose how I'm sounding or what I'm doing. I'm a little straight talking you guys now, but it's hard to deal with negativity, but like just having a thicker skin and just saying, you know what, I don't give a shit is like a really big part of working towards your future growth. There's always going to be haters. Like I was telling someone last week, I think it was Graham actually, I was like, I want more dislikes on my video. Not that you guys should be disliking my videos. I really appreciate thumbs up, but in the sense of when you're pissing off people, when you're pissing off the right people, it means you're making progress because your content is like connecting with them that they fucking hate you. So, and the more people that view your shit, it's like you look at a video that has like 1 million views on it, it's going to have a lot of dislikes. So I actually kind of like encourage the dislikes in a really strange way because it means I'm making progress towards like the future I want to be living. Let's see here, guys. One, I'm really appreciative that 10 people are watching this right now. How fucking cool is that? Got 10 people just like banging heads in here. Got 9 people banging heads in here. If you have any questions, let me know. Like, I'm here for it. Like, if you guys are watching this, I feel like you probably have a question on what my channel is about, what I'm doing, the content I'm creating ahead. Smash that like button. Or down here. Is it down here? It's probably down here. Smash that like button. Make this all worth it for me. Engagement of all kinds is really good for your channel. So even if it's negative, it's still kind of a good thing. I think I got a couple more questions. Yeah, Travis, my buddy Travis with Travis Travels. He's on YouTube. Travis Travels. He asks, is Bigfoot real? And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think Bigfoot is real. So I don't have evidence of it, but I've got a gut feeling. We camp hosted in the Wenatchee this summer. It was actually one of like the most like, it's like a Bigfoot treasure trove over there. So we actually ran into some people from like Bigfoot Adventures, and they were setting up trail cams and stuff in the area because there's been a lot of sightings of Bigfoot within the area that we were camp hosting at in the Wenatchee Forest in Washington State. So I think there's something there, so I'm not ruling it out. I'm a supporter. I'd like there to be a Bigfoot. I think it'd be cool to get some sort of kind of like weird semi ape-like human creature around. That'd be tight. So for some ungodforsaken reason, Andre wants me to talk about what high school that I went to. That's a big joke in St. Louis. People always ask each other what high school they went to. It's a way that we basically judge each other. We can kind of start stereotyping them. Whether you went to like Francis Howell or fucking Clayton or DeBerg, Jim, or Parkway South. Parkway South was the high school that I went to. Nestled in, West County, Baldwin, Manchester area, super white, middle-class area. I grew up rather uncultured. I'm not 100% proud of it. I guess a lot of people, how would people view Parkway South, do you think, Katie? Kind of douchey.
Yeah.
Kind of like bro-y, a lot
Money,
of, kind of wealthy,
money was a big thing.
bro-y.
How much money you had, how much money your family had.
We weren't there. We're not a wealthy family. I probably grew up at best like upper lower middle class. I always had a roof over my head. My mother worked really hard to always be providing for her children. My father was the same thing. He was, he's in advertising. I've got 3 generations of advertisers in my family. I kind of throw myself in there as well because I love marketing. But my grandfather owned the largest independent ad agency in St. Louis back in the 80s. That was kind of how he made his career, what he did. He worked a lot on the Anheuser-Busch campaigns, a lot of other different major corporations back in the day. And so there's always been like this creative bug in my family. We like telling stories. We like being weird. I don't really know much about DeBerg. I'm going to be honest. But I know a lot about Jim. So I'll just say a fucking troublemaker. That's what I'll say DeBerg is to me, is he's a troublemaker. So there you go on that. Yeah, the whole asking about the high school thing, it's like a St. Louis thing. It's so small. Like I was in Clubhouse yesterday and I saw for the first time a girl was from St. Louis. And I looked on her Instagram and I scrolled a little bit. And sure enough, I recognized someone on her Instagram. Her boyfriend was someone that I literally went to high school with. So it's not that St. Louis is super small. It's just like we kind of start to cluster. The bottom line is if like, if someone is a similar demographic to you, like if you're both white and middle class, you probably know each other. If you're Jewish, you probably know other Jewish people. It's very racially segregated in a very terrible way. I don't fucking like it, but it's a pre-industrial revolution city. So it's broken. There's a lot of problems in St. Louis. A couple of the videos I'm doing ahead are actually kind of dealing with some socioeconomic issues that St. Louis has. A lot of people recognize St. Louis as being the murder capital of the country. We have the highest murder rates per capita of any other city. So I'm getting really weird, getting outside the box. I've got a video coming up that I'm going to be shooting on gun rights. So I'm a progressive. I've never owned a gun, but yeah, I'm going to be fucking shooting a video on gun rights ahead. So look out for that. I don't fucking know. So the real sad scoop of St. Louis is it's just the murder and the crime is very in hot pockets in very poor minority-based communities in St. Louis. So like, I'm in a super like safe area, St. Louis. Doesn't make me super happy talking about it, but 30 minutes away from me is some of the most dangerous neighborhoods in the country. And it's really sad that these communities are going underserved and it's not really being talked about a lot. So you guys know that like equal rights, Black rights are like a huge, it's something I'm really passionate about. I'd like to bring more attention to in the future. As someone who's like a privileged white male in America, I think there's a lot more we individually can be doing to help bring some awareness to these situations and these issues. And I plan on doing that ahead. We're at 45 minutes, guys. So I got maybe 15 minutes left, so let me know what questions you got here. My sister maybe looked at me a little weird when I was talking about Bigfoot earlier. I'm going back in the comments, making sure I didn't miss anything. Andre, what's up, man? Welcome to the live stream. This is the first comment I see you coming in. I answered a couple of your questions earlier. So I don't really know where I'm going next. It's all up in the air. I think my work is going to be pretty dependent upon it. Some of the issues or content I want to do, you know, I could go anywhere. You know, like the possibilities are endless right now, which I'm really grateful for. I'd really, really like to have a beach in my fucking life ahead. I'd love to do the whole Western coast. I'd love to go from like the Baja Peninsula all the way up the Western coast, California, Northern California, Oregon, Washington, maybe keep going until I end up in Alaska. I don't fucking know. But that is something that I would really love to do. I'm going to have a sick beach bod ahead, so I'd like to apply that to a lot of sand and water. So I'm looking forward to that. I don't have many plans, guys. Like, I'm really taking my life like a day at a time right now, and I'm probably going to stick to that for like the rest of my fucking life. I'm not going to lie. You know, so I'm trying to treat myself right every day, you know, send out right feelers, work on my social media, produce new content, new vlogs. I'm really living life like one day at a time right now. You know, and as I see it, I'm on the 39th day of my life currently. You know, that's what I'm going to stick with. You know, I'm feeling really comfortable with that. I really realized that, like, I don't have much to be stressed about in life. Like, I don't really have shit going on. I'm like pursuing this lifestyle of me, like doing exactly what the fuck I want to be doing. So I've kind of let go of like everything. I don't have the same like worries and angst and frustrations that I used to have. So we'll just see what happens. I have been in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. That was during Bus Life Possible. I think we got a couple vlogs up on our old channel on Bus Life Possible. I'm trying to think of where the fuck we were. I mean, we went to Scranton for sure. I know that's not Lancaster County, at least I don't think it is, but like we were in the ballpark, so I'm not exactly sure what, but you could probably find something back on the vlogs on Bus Life Possible. I may look at work camping, but Cool Works is the main site that I'm going to be looking at for job opportunities. I just had a new Patreon drop in, and then really appreciate you know, you jumping in on Patreon. So if you guys haven't looked at my Patreon account, I've got that information listed in the description of this video. And Patreon is really how I plan on, you know, getting a sustainable life ahead and creating content with the freedom that I hope to be creating ahead. So I really appreciate you guys jumping on board there. Definitely be giving more shout outs ahead to people that jump over on Patreon. So thank you for doing that. Cool Works is going to be the main site that I look at though for jobs ahead. The truck camper, Dalton, thanks for jumping on here, man. I really appreciate it. It's a work in progress. So I've looked at a couple campers in person. I just haven't found the right thing, the right price, but I am actively searching and I'm trying not to force the subject. It'd be nice to get back to the desert of Arizona before it got really hot. I'd love to jump back south, explore a lot of the desert. We didn't get to do a bunch of it because it was like early pandemic time, so a lot of shit was closed. Plus, we were just kind of fucking around the desert with friends for a while, so that was like a really awesome, enjoyable time, but we didn't go to a lot of the destinations down there. Yeah, the Gulf would be pretty cool. I wouldn't mind jumping down to the Gulf. I've been down there a couple times in my childhood. I went down to New Orleans for a night with my buddy Richard. That was fucking crazy. Won't get into details. Nothing weird went on, but yeah, New Orleans was fucking a riot. I really just like, I'm not trying to hold on to like, I'm not trying to hold on to anything. So like, I'm kind of open to all possibilities. Like if one of you were to just message me right now and say, hey, I've got this opportunity, I think you'd be great for it. I'd love to get together with you and make this happen. I may fucking do it, because like I'm really trying to keep my options open of like what the universe is like presenting to me. So when it comes to like higher power shit, I just kind of think that like the universe has a way of putting you in the spot you're supposed to be in, and the less strings you have attached to stuff, I think the more great things start to kind of, I'll use the word manifest ahead. So Pennsylvania has the worst potholes of any state. Actually, fuck Pennsylvania. Love Pennsylvania, but fuck Pennsylvania. And Chicago, number 2, fuck Chicago. Love Chicago, but fuck Chicago because the potholes are really bad. I'm really interested in any type of work right now. I'm not a very prideful individual. I'll kind of do anything. I like adventurous type activities, stuff at national parks. I'd like to be on the water ahead. I'd like to be near beaches. It's kind of more of like, what destination do I want to be at while having work currently? But I really enjoy like learning new skills. I like building shit too, because I'm terrible at it. I've thought about doing freelance video editing jobs, but like the fact is I'm really trying to take all of my editing time and apply it to this channel, because I'd like to see it grow. So if I take on editing work, it's like really stressful. Like this is what I'm doing like all the time, is like looking down into keyboard and editing, and it really does a lot of wear and tear on your body. A lot of people don't really think about that, but it is pretty difficult. So I enjoyed camp hosting. Like I enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy like cleaning toilets and shit, but it is what it is. So it would have been nice to not be so off grid. You know, we were like a 50-minute drive away from getting anywhere within cellular coverage. So it'd be nice to have like signal while we were camp hosting. Editing's hard. So, you know, I'm lucky, guys. I've got I do film tattooed on my chest. I've been doing video editing and video work since I was 15. That's half my life. I'm fucking 30 now. So I've got 15 years of experience when it comes to shooting, editing, constructing a storyline, editing thumbnails, creating titles, description, tags, creating Instagram posts, cross-platform to marketing. And, you know, I'm not really great at it. Like I've got 243 subscribers right now, and I appreciate every one of them. But I've just translated those video production skills into what I want to most be doing ahead. So I probably make it look easier than it is, but it's a lot of hard work. You know, you got to put that time in. I think they say it's like you got to put 10,000 hours of work into something to master it, which like as a full-time job for 5 years, that's like 10,000 hours. So like you have to really be able to like put in the work. It's not going to be easy up front. Yeah, I've met people that, I don't know if I've met people that are full-time traveling that do tent camping, but I've met a couple people that were full-timing on the road. Like, I definitely can think of a couple of them that were full-timing and camping, actually. One of my favorite part-time tent campers was Arjun. And I think his girlfriend was Katie. We met them in the Land Between the Lakes, which was the first weekend we were on the road in bus life. And I still talk to them on Instagram. I really hope to get together with them ahead too. Really appreciate the love in the comments. I'm not exactly sure how to say this name. I'm going to butcher it, but Bromillage, Bromillage. I'm just so terrible at reading names, guys. I'm kind of dyslexic, so it doesn't help me read anything, but I really appreciate you guys giving me daps and love in the comments. So thanks for doing that. Let's see here. I've got time for a couple more questions. So let me know if you guys really want me to be talking about anything particular. Yeah, I mean, Bus Life Possible, we built up to over 4,500 subscribers. And I mean, that was all of my work. So it's a bit of a bummer. I'm not going to lie. I've already talked about it in other vlogs. You know, I could have continued with that channel, but I kind of want to just let it live out its days as is, leave that part of my life behind, you know, and build this new channel with you guys with new content. And, you know, so the fact that even 200 plus of you guys jumped over from Bus Life Possible to my individual channel, like, it means a lot. So incredibly grateful for you guys being here. So it does mean a lot to me. Yeah, you guys are going to get a lot of awesome slow-mos ahead. I can fucking tell you that for sure. Yeah, I'm just terrible at names. You know, the nice thing is, my last name's Hieronymus and no one can fucking say it. So I don't feel as bad when I can't pronounce people's handles and names, because my name is atrocious myself. And I know what it's like having people butcher your name, and I don't really give a fuck. So from an editing software standpoint, I use the Adobe Creative Suite, which is an expense that I have. I mean, the Adobe Creative Suite is $53 a month. So $630 a year is just for my editing suite. So there's a lot of behind the scenes costs that you guys just don't know about or see. And, you know, it's part of my love. It's part of my passion. It is what it is. But, you know, it's really great. I love when people end up supporting my channel. I really appreciate you supporting my channel here too. I'm guessing it's Alan. So, you know, thanks for jumping on Patreon. I really appreciate it. But Adobe Premiere Pro is really the base editing program that I use. Now, I tell people that when they're jumping into editing, there is an Adobe Premiere Elements, and there's also a Photoshop Elements. And you usually can get that on a deal through like B&H Photo for like $69. And it's a really great base video editor. It's not a monthly reoccurring cost. I just feel I need the full Adobe Premiere and the edit suite. I use Photoshop a lot for my thumbnails and whatnot. But yeah, that's the editing program that I use. I used Final Cut Pro, like the old school version of it, for a long time. And then I switched over to the Premiere, or the Adobe Creative Suite. So I'm liking it. So my name's nationality is actually Greek. So Hieronymus is Greek. I plan on doing a vlog and trip to the Greek Isles ahead. I also plan on going to the Philippines ahead with my best friend, Richard Ulrich. I'm going to start to try to get international with my channel ahead. DaVinci is a fucking great editing program. I use that a lot with my raw files that I did with my feature film that I shot a couple years back. But DaVinci is a really good video editor. It's free of charge too. So if you haven't like gotten, you know, into a video editor yet, it could be a good one to check out. I'm trying to go back. So my name's Greek, but there's no Greek left. Like, I've done the ancestry.com thing. There's maybe like a percentage of Greece left in my actual DNA. I actually have 3% native Puerto Rican in me. My grandmother on my father's side, she was 50% Puerto Rican. I've got a really cool diploma of my great grandfather's. He was 100% Puerto Rican, and he's got a Spanish diploma from the University of Puerto Rico. He also graduated from Harvard as well, so I have that diploma as well. It's really fucking old. It's really cool. It's like one of the like coolest background family things that I could tell you. There's also a mountain pass in Romania that's named after my mother's maiden name. It's the Brenner Pass, which is my middle name, Cole Brenner Hieronymus. So Eastern Romania is like another area that I had family kind of pilgrim from in order to get to the United States. I've got a really strange family background, and I hope to do some more vlogs on that in the future. I do like tall blonde people, so I like medium height people too. I don't know what you're referring to. Oh, Stockholm. You're mentioning Stockholm. Oh, that's good. That's gold. So yeah, just discovered 10N raw editor. I haven't heard of that. Yeah, I did the ancestry.com one for my DNA, and it was like one of those things that you had to like spit into and then send them back to. It was a tough decision because I was like, listen, I can't murder anyone now. Like, they got my DNA. So I was just like, you know, I don't really want to murder anyone. I don't want that to be part of my life. So like, I really would like to know where my family lineage is. So words.
Lineage.
Yeah, whatever. They get the point. You know, so it is what it is. I think it took like maybe like 3 weeks to get back the results. I don't really fucking know. It didn't seem that long. It is what it is. I grew up in the great state of St. Louis, Missouri. Smack dab in the United States. I saw like the beach like once, like literally when we went and did our East travels during bus life. That was like the 3rd time I'd been to the beach before. So there's a lot of exploring I need to do. No body, no crime. Joel, my man. That's good. I like that. But yeah, so I love Missouri. So you guys are going to get a lot of Missouri ahead while I'm in town. You know, there is a pandemic going on. I am trying to be sensible about things. I do believe there's a way you can go about safely social distancing while like still having your life. So I'm trying to prove that as an effective thing that you can do. We'll see if I'm successful at it. I do have a lot of faith with the new vaccine coming out as well. I'm concerned about how effective it's going to be, just because, you know, just like the flu shot, there's a percentage of inaccuracy as strains start to kind of, you know, fucking get out of control, but it is what it is. One thing someone told me that I should mention is you have to register with, I guess, your local healthcare providers in order to be able to get the vaccine. So if you guys haven't looked into it yet, look at vaccine registration, and you have to be on a list in order to be able to get in line for it. Kind of first come, first serve type shit. So if you're interested in getting vaccinated, you should take those steps in order to do so. Yeah, I'm really, you guys, it's going to get weird. Like, it's so cool that you guys are here and watching this live stream right now, because it's going to get funky. I think this channel in like 2 years is going to be really big. At least that's kind of my vision for it. And the fact that you guys are here in this live stream right now, you know, there's 9 people in this room. Like, I'm trying to make myself as available as possible to you guys as I grow this channel. But I've got like pretty heavy confidence that this is going to turn into something. And, you know, the fact that I have, you know, the patrons that I do right now, and you guys are, you know, throwing your support behind me, like, it gives me a lot of faith that, you know, we're going to be able to make this into a fully sustainable thing. And I'm going to be like working as hard as I can in the background in order to make it happen, because this is like my deepest dream and aspiration. I'm like heavily, you know, Anthony Bourdain is like a huge inspiration to mine. Parts unknown, traveling the world, like meeting different people, opening, like walking through doors that people don't want to walk through. Like that's the type of shit I'm going to be doing ahead. So any awkward situation you could possibly think of for a guy in an adventure hat to walk into, like I want to know about it because I'm probably going to fucking do it ahead. You know, that's just kind of how I roll. I'll give you guys 60 seconds here to write down any other questions. I'll answer those and then I'll close up this live stream because it's been an hour. I'm going to keep at it, guys. I can tell you that. Jim's probably not going to leave the channel, guys. Like, Jim and I are really close. I love him to death. I love Anna. Like, they're family. It is what it is. So don't be surprised if Jim shows up on the channel ahead. Like, could just be a regular thing. So a little bit different of a relationship, but like it's the same shit. So Jim and I are homies. I don't know what to say. So that's not going to end. I'm really grateful for that too, because I know that can turn out a little bit differently and under different circumstances. Y'all got to drop a question or I'm going to leave. I swear to God. I swear to God. Yeah, you guys can find Jim under Homestead Woodworks now. He like ended his personal account. He just had it focused on Homestead Woodworks. I think that's right. I've got the proper link over at Bus Life Possible. Just look at one of those videos. So, listen, this was great. I'm thinking about making this a weekly thing. So if you guys are into hanging out with me and drinking with me for an hour on Thursdays, like, let's fucking do it. So trying to make myself as available as possible to you guys, especially as we're growing this. So one day we all can look back at this and laugh and be like, ha, ha, do you remember the good old days? The 240 subscriber days? Those were so great. I'm going to have like outrageous parties. I'm going to invite everyone that commented on the stream to them. It's going to be fucking baller. So it is what it is. So thanks for joining, guys. I really appreciate it. Yeah, Thursdays. Let's make it a thing. All right. Peace, gang. Thanks for being here.